Welcome to the Oklahoma Virtual College Fair. Before we get started this evening, just a few quick housekeeping items for everyone. As this is a webinar, attendees will be interacting with our presenters via the Q&A button. You are welcome to ask questions to a specific school. If you have a question for a specific school, please put that school's name in your question. If you have general question for all schools, you can just pose that question, but feel free to use that Q&A button throughout the course of the evening. Your camera and your microphone are off, so your panelists will not be able to see or hear you. We'd also like to remind you to go ahead and sign up for more sessions at the same website where you signed up for this presentation tonight. And about 1 week from today, a recording of this session will be available on that same website. But without further ado, I'd like to go ahead and introduce our first presenter, which will be Oklahoma City Community College.
Excellent. Thank you, Chris. Good evening, everyone. Oklahoma City Community College, one of the most affordable colleges in the state. No ACT or GPA requirements to attend OCCC. And likewise, we're a two-year college, and you can proceed to apply and get admitted with us. I'm going to show you all a quick video here, give you a little more information about our campus, and you'll get to see some statistics.
So what, you think we're just gonna shut it off? Oh, I watched that one. And is that all Crimson? Mama Crimson or Alabama Crimson time? But they won. Georgia is pretty good.
Excellent. All right. So Oklahoma City Community College, we want to make sure to show you a little bit more about our campus, although we are currently 100% online. But with that said,
You muted yourself there.
Yes, so we are a 100% online campus here at OCCC for this semester. The reason being, COVID precautions. However, our classes are online, but all the campus services, including free tutoring, recreational fitness, and everything of the like, including visiting professors, is available here. One thing that that we would like to mention is our concurrent program. We do have a very good concurrent enrollment program for juniors and seniors, including an 18 credit hour tuition waiver for juniors, and then again it restarts again for seniors. What that means is within 18 credit hours you get free tuition as a concurrent student. All that means is you're responsible for books and fees. Saves a lot of money. You get your prerequisites, all of your basic classes, you get that out of the way. So by the time you finish high school, you'll be really far ahead and you can jump right into your higher level classes when you do jump to a university.
What's it called?
Royce, you want to talk about that? Yeah, absolutely. It looks like Royce is having a few issues, but so anyways, we are just, kind of here to talk about the college. Some of the things that do set us apart are cybersecurity. We do have an excellent cybersecurity program, as well as digital cinema production. That's another one that teaches you A to Z filmmaking program, all the way from the beginning. It's a workforce development program, as well as nursing. We are ranked second in the state for our nursing program. It's very, very good. We take 2 classes a year, so you got 2 times a year to apply. And the best thing is that you are assigned a specific advisor. So throughout your entire time here, you have somebody checking in on you, telling you kind of what to work on, and they're with you every step of the way. Absolutely.
Excellent. Thank you, Colin. Again, anybody who's looking for additional information, you can contact myself or Colin, or we'll reach out to you after this. And I believe that concludes our 6-minute presentation. Thank you all so much for your time.
Great. Thank you very much, Oklahoma City Community College. We're going to move on to our next presentation, which will be from Southwestern Oklahoma State University.
Everyone, thank you for having us. My name is Garrett. I am an admissions counselor here at SWOSU. Just to kind of give a little info on our campus, we are, I guess I didn't share that. We are located in Weatherford, Oklahoma. Weatherford is about I can't find my screen now. There it is. There we go. Weatherford is about an hour drive straight west of Oklahoma City, right on the interstate. So once you run into the windmills, you have reached Weatherford. We have a ton of windmills here. Admissions criteria. So to be accepted as a regular admit student, we look at your ACT score or SAT score. So minimum ACT of a 20 or an SAT of a 940, or the alternative to that is you can rank in the top 50% of your graduating senior class and have a 2.7 cumulative high school GPA. If you don't meet these requirements, we still have options for you available. You'll enter in under what's called an alternative admit. Basically, all that means is your first semester of college, you will be taking a course called College Success. Now, all that course is going to do is it's going to teach you ways to be successful, not only your first year at SWOSU, but in your years, in your 4 years that you're here on campus. You'll go over all of the resources that we have available to you. You'll be meeting with college mentors throughout the semester, just checking in with them, making sure that you're progressing well. And if you have any questions, they're a great person to reach out to and ask your questions to. We offer scholarships. So our scholarships are going to be all due by March 1st of the year you're coming to college. So for you seniors, our application, there's no application fee. There's no creating an account to apply to SWOSU. It's a really quick application that's tied to our scholarship application form. So if you're thinking about SWOSU, I really encourage you to go ahead and fill out that scholarship application or the application for admissions, because that's going to tie you to the scholarships. For students that have the high ACT scores, like 30 plus, there are alternate, you'll be getting an email about getting some of those other scholarship applications turned in. Those are kind of for our top tier scholarships. If you can score a 28 on your ACT, that will secure you free room for 8 semesters. So that's a pretty good scholarship that we have available. And those also count towards our residual ACT taken here at SWOSU. Of course, we also accept Oklahoma's Promise, used to be called OLAP back in the day, and federal loans and grants, so FAFSA. So one thing to keep in mind with your FAFSA is if you can get those turned in as soon as possible, you're also eligible for a scholarship called OTAG, which is about extra $1,000 in your pocket. So be getting your FAFSAs done. This is what we run for about 15 hours for tuition. Of course, this is no scholarship, no financial aid, anything. This is just raw numbers. So you're looking at about $7,500 per semester before scholarships, before grants. I do want to bring up a virtual campus preview day that we've got coming up in November. On the 14th, our SWOSU Saturday typically is held on campus and it's paired with a football game. This year we've had to change that to an alternative way. So it's going to be on November 14th, still on Saturday from 9 to noon. If you register for the event, all you're going to do is you'll get an email with an agenda, and it's going to have times for you to Zoom in. So if you're interested in nursing, you only want to watch the nursing, you're not going to have to stay from 9 to noon. If the nursing is from 9 to 9:20, that's when you'll Zoom in for. So you'll be having department presentations, and you'll be getting your questions answered through them. If you're interested and you want to register now, you can scan this QR code, and that'll take you straight to the registration page, or you can register online at swosu.edu and then just go to SWOSU Saturday. If you have any questions, we are having in-person classes right now, and we are doing tours on campus. So give us a call. We would love to have you and love to visit with you here in my office or in the PCEC, depending on how large the group is. But just give us a call. We'd be happy, myself or Hayden Pretty, to meet with you and give you a tour of campus and let you meet with your departments to talk with those departments about your majors. This is what our website looks like. Again, if you're wanting to register for SWOSU Saturday, click on admissions, SWOSU Saturday, and then you can click on your the agenda right here to kind of see where your class. So if you're interested in biology, if you're interested in education, you only have to Zoom in for those options. You don't have to Zoom in for the entire presentation. But give us a call if you have any questions. We would be happy to meet with you and give you a tour. Thank you.
Great. Thank you very much, SWOSU. Our next presentation this evening will be from Arkansas Tech University.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Deidre Dillard, and I am an admissions counselor from Arkansas Tech University. A little bit about Arkansas Tech. We are the third largest institution in the state of Arkansas. We have 2 campuses. Our Russellville campus holds all of our bachelor, master, and doctoral degrees. And then our Ozark campus holds all of our technical degrees and associate degrees, technical certificates and associate degrees. As you can see on that map there, we are located right on Interstate 40, about 45, 50 minutes right to the border. We are very easy to get to from the state of Oklahoma. We have the second highest graduation rates in the state of Arkansas, and we are #1 for students who choose STEM. Our average class size this year is about 17 students, so we don't have very many classes at all that have more than 17 students, and a lot of them have 17 or less. We have about over 140 undergraduate programs and 41 graduate degree programs. And then we also offer in-state tuition to all Oklahoma students, no matter if you're at the border or if you're on the other side of the state, we offer in-state tuition to all Oklahoma students. We also accept all tribal scholarships. If you're a member of a tribal tribe, and you are offered a scholarship, we will accept it as well. These are our majors at our Russellville campus. Our top 5 majors that students major in are engineering, education, agriculture, music, and business. But you can see that we have a lot more to offer through each of our colleges. So to come to Arkansas Tech, we have 2 types of admission. We are not test optional, but we do accept the ACT, SAT, or the AccuPlacer. So you are allowed to take any of those for admission purposes. For unconditional admission, we require a 19, a composite score on the ACT, or the equivalent SAT or AccuPlacer, and then a cumulative 2.0 GPA. If you don't have that 19, that is completely fine because we will accept as low as a 15 or the ACT, SAT, or the SAT AccuPlacer equivalent, and then still that 2.0 cumulative GPA. To apply to Arkansas Tech, it's really easy. You can go to our main website, www.atu.edu, and then scroll down until you see the apply button, or you can go directly to this link here, apply.atu.edu. It is 100% free to fill out, and there is no essay requirement. So you don't need a fee waiver or anything like that. There's no essay requirement. Once you submit that application online, it takes about 10 to 15 minutes. Then you'll just go to your high school and have them send us your transcript and test scores. And we can accept those transcripts and test scores however your high school likes to send them, electronically, via email, via mail, any way like that. Once we get both of those documents in our office, we will be able to make an admission decision for you. And because of the pandemic, we are not mailing out hard copy letters right now. We are only sending emails. So we notify students via their email and when and if they have been admitted to Arkansas Tech. After you've been admitted, you are automatically considered for our academic scholarships. These also apply to out-of-state students. So Oklahoma, you all are right in good company. As long as you have at least a 17 on the ACT, you can be considered for one of our scholarships. Our leadership scholarship requires a 2.0 GPA, but starting at the green and gold and up, that requires a 3.0 GPA. Our final deadline for scholarships is February 15th, and we are accepting through the February ACT date for scholarship purposes. So if you're still trying to take the ACT and raise your score, or SAT and raise your score, continue sending those in to us. If you happen to raise your score to either become scholarship eligible or into a higher scholarship bracket, we will automatically increase your scholarship award for you. And there's nothing else you have to do besides accept that initial reward. We also offer the University Honor Stipend and then the Advanced Scholar Stipend as well. For cost, our average cost per year is about $17,700, and that is all inclusive of tuition, fees, room and board, and then also books and supplies. So you can see broken down there everything that every single one of our students charge. And we do require students to stay on campus their first 2 years. So you can see the average meal and meal plan and room and board costs there as well. So we are offering housing tours. So before you make the decision to apply for housing or to come to Arkansas Tech, you can see exactly what our residence halls look like. We're not allowed to go in them right now or have guests in them, but you are able to take a Zoom tour every Tuesday and Thursday at those times there. And when you apply for housing, there is a $25 application fee. So to apply for admission, it's free, but to apply for housing, it is $25. So this is our campus tour schedule. We are offering on-campus tours as well as a 24/7 virtual tour that is self-navigated that you can take online. And then we also have virtual meetings where you can meet with an admissions counselor like myself to have more of a one-on-one time and get more of your questions answered. So our campus tours are Monday through Thursday at 9 a.m., 1 p.m., and 3 p.m. And you'll just go to their website to sign up. Again, my name is Deidre Dillard, and that's my information right there. Lastly, I would like to encourage you all to follow us on social media to stay up to date with all of our announcements and contests. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Arkansas Tech. Before we move on to our next presenter, just a reminder that attendees are welcome to send any questions they may have to the panelists via the Q&A button. But up next for us this evening is Johnson & Wales University.
Good evening. I'm Elena Derry and have the privilege of serving as the North Texas and Oklahoma admissions representative for Johnson & Wales University. As the PowerPoint is loading, I will tell you that Johnson & Wales University is a school, like the schools you're familiar with in Oklahoma, the University of Oklahoma or Oklahoma State, but we do things a little bit different at Johnson & Wales. And the first thing that's different is we're not in Oklahoma, but rather we have two fabulous locations to choose from. The original campus is in Providence, Rhode Island, and has about 7,000 students on it. The second campus is in Charlotte, North Carolina, and has about 1,500 students. Both campuses are in great city environments. They're right downtown Providence or right downtown Charlotte, with lots of fun activities nearby to enjoy. In those cities are also lots of fun things happening on campus. The unique thing about the university having two locations is that once you apply and are accepted to one campus, say Providence, Rhode Island, then you are also accepted at the other campus, Charlotte, North Carolina, and you may transfer back and forth among the two campuses while going to school. Most of the time when people have heard of Johnson & Wales University before in Oklahoma, they say, oh, is that cooking school, that culinary school? And the answer is yes, because Johnson & Wales is extremely well known for culinary arts, but the university actually started off as a business school back in 1914, and we have many, many different things to study besides culinary. Our main areas to study include business. We also have hospitality, of course, culinary arts, arts and sciences, health sciences, and engineering and technology majors as well. So you'll find something for yourself no matter what your passion is at Johnson & Wales. But what makes Johnson & Wales different from schools that you're familiar with? Well, the first thing is that immediately your first day, your freshman year, students are in the courses related to their major. So if you're in accounting, you're going to accounting class. If you're an equestrian student, you're going to the horse barn for class the first day. Because not only do we start our major courses our first day freshman year, but we learn by doing at the university. So we're out in those horse barns, or we're in those kitchens that are like the kitchens on a cruise ship, or we're at the mall if you're a fashion student, because we believe that students learn best by actually being able to get their hands dirty and being engaged, learning by doing, as opposed to just in a traditional classroom setting all the time. We also have over 80 different study abroad programs that students can enjoy while they're going to Johnson & Wales. We know the world's become a smaller place, and we believe it's vital that we understand that business is done differently elsewhere. And so we really encourage students to take part in these programs. They are included in the cost of tuition for the most part, so it's not like you have to come up with an extra $5,000 or $6,000 for them. Also, there's all sorts of different programs and links available. Some are a couple of weeks in the summertime, some are maybe for a week over spring break, and then some are an entire semester. So there's options as far as what programs you have to choose from. But Johnson & Wales also likes to have a good time when we're not in class. So we have over 150 different clubs and organizations to belong to. We also have dorms on our campuses, and living on campus is a ton of fun. We are pet friendly, so if you can't leave Fluffy at home, take Fluffy with you. We'll take good care of you and your pet. In addition to that, we do have sports at Johnson & Wales. We are the Wildcats. Our varsity sports are NCAA Division III. Scholarship opportunities are abundant. We will actually be awarding over $180 million worth of scholarships this year to students. All scholarships that we award are good for 4 years of study. And the main thing to think about is not only do grades matter at Johnson & Wales can help with great scholarships, but depending on what clubs and organizations you've been involved in are great opportunities for you for scholarships. Johnson & Wales is a big supporter of what we call national student organizations. Your schools may call them CTOs. But if you've ever been a member of any of these clubs, those could be scholarship opportunities for you at the university. I would highly encourage you to check out your options, because these scholarships range anywhere from $1,000 up to full tuition, good for 4 years of study. We have abundant opportunities for you to explore Johnson & Wales from the safety of your own home with our virtual tours that are available daily. You can either take a virtual tour that's led on your own as you click through, or by our student tour guides. We also have many opportunities for you to hear from professors with different topics. You will find available on our Visit Us page on our website as well. To apply to the university, you can do so online, or you can use a paper application that may come in the mail, or you may do so using the Common App. We are looking for students to apply hopefully by November 1st for early action. We're an SAT or ACT optional school, and we do not have an application fee or any essays required. So the application goes very quickly, about 15 minutes and you're done. My contact information is here for you. I'm based out of Dallas, Texas, but I love coming to Oklahoma and helping Oklahoma students as well. So feel free to take that information down. Also, you can scan the code, or you can text the word Wildcats to 75192 to get more details about any of our programs at the university. We would love to hear from you and love to help make your college dreams come true. Thank you.
Great. Thank you very much, Johnson & Wales. Our next presenter this evening will be Newman University.
Hello, everyone. My name is Martina Vialet, and I'm an admission counselor at Newman University. I actually graduated from Newman this past May, so I'm kind of fresh to all of this. Oh, I don't know why it's okay. We are a small college. We have 1,200 students, and we have an 11-to-1 student to faculty ratio and an 18 average class size, which means you're going to have a lot of personal attention here in Newman, and you're not just going to feel like a number. You're actually, going to be recognized by professor by name, even in the streets, or, of Wichita, Kansas. That's where we're located. And Wichita is actually ranked one of the top 10 places to live in the United States. We are the largest city in Kansas by population, which means you're going to have chances to go to concerts, and there's a lot of different restaurants you can go to, and we have a lot of different parks if you like the fresh air. We are a Catholic college, but you do not have to be Catholic, and you're not required to go to Mass if you're not Catholic, or even if you are. We were established in 1933, and we were founded by the Daughters of the Blood of Christ, and we're named after St. John Henry Newman. These are a few things that we're known for, but for the sake of time, I just want to focus on the last one, on high employment. Newman University students, 71% of their students are employed in their field of study. I'm one of those students. I actually got my job in March, so I knew that I was going to have a job after graduation. So you're putting the money that you pay, that you're investing into your future. I would say we offer a lot of different undergraduate programs, but the three most common ones will be any of the sciences, or nursing, and business. However, all the students that are in the sciences, and most of them will choose a pre-professional program, and we also have pre-law if you're not in science. There's a few misconceptions that comes with Newman. We're Catholic and private, so people think we're super expensive, but we're actually pretty affordable. We have a free application. We give out generous scholarships, and 99% of our students receive financial assistance. Another misconception is that it's really hard to get into Newman. We actually are test optional, and we've been test optional since 2019. We were the first college in Kansas to go test optional, which means we don't need your test scores. We will only need your GPA, but if you want to send both, you're welcome to do so. Some of our scholarship, let's talk about what you could get here in Newman. As soon as you get accepted into Newman, based on this table, you will receive an academic scholarship. So if you send both your GPA and your ACT, we'll go off of your highest score. Another scholarship that have a deadline of December 1st will be the St. Newman Scholarship, which is a full tuition scholarship, and we only give it to 5 students. And then we have an AC Community Leader Scholarship. So if you have a lot of community service experience or leadership experience, apply for this one. You could get $17,500. And if you're interested in art, theater, or music, as major or minor for music, you could audition or have a portfolio review and increase the amount of your scholarship. And if you want to be in the honors program, we have a scholarship for that. And there's also a lot of different things that you could get while you're in the program, like a $400 travel grant to go to conferences or to study abroad that can help you, cut the cost of those programs. This is a little bit of a deadline. December 1st is when our special scholarship are due, and then FAFSA opened up on October 1st. So if you need the code for our school, make sure to do it in the Q&A section. I'll send it to you. And then mid-December, you receive your acceptance letter, and National Decision Day is May 1st. But we are we are on a rolling admission, so you don't have to tell us on May 1st. You can tell us before or after. We have 18 athletics team between men and women. We are the only private NCAA Division II college in Kansas, which means you can get a scholarship for being an athlete here in Newman. And if you do not want to be a full-time athlete, we also have intramurals. Living on campus is an option. We have 3 different residence halls, but if you are a first-time student, then you will be living in Karochi Hall, which is a suite style, which means you're going to share a room with another roommate, and then you're going to share a bathroom with 2 other people. So a total of 4 people. There's a laundry facility in all of them, and there's printers. You have 150 free pages to print. You can go to the library or to your dorm or to any of the other computer labs around our campus. Navigator is a program that we just started this fall, and it's basically a support system. We want to make sure that you're ready to take on the world after you graduate, and we want to make sure that you're marketable. So you're going to have a mentor and an advisor that will help you throughout all this process. And if you're a first-generation college student like I was, you're going to be enrolled in the First to Go, which is another program as well. It's just to support you, to make sure that you can turn your dreams into reality. Our science center, Bishop Gerber, is a state-of-art science facility. We actually, the KU med students for first and second year of med school will come and use our science center and use our cadaver lab. And our professors will actually teach those classes. So that kind of tells you the connection that we have with some med schools and how easy is it to transition from a pre-med program, pre-vet program at Newman to one of those med schools. At Newman, we decided to do a few things for COVID. Students are on campus and they're social distancing. Our classes are already small, but we made them smaller. They have to wear masks and they have to sanitize after they leave the class. And we also have a specific dorm that we keep, where we keep students that have to quarantine if they test positive, and they have meals that they will receive meals every day. And here's our social media. You can follow us to keep up updated with any of our events or any scholarship opportunities. And yeah, I hope you come and visit us. We have virtual and in-person visits.
Thank you, Newman. And our last presenter this evening will be Northwestern Oklahoma State University. You're muted there. Still muted. For some reason, there's no sound coming through.
What about now?
That's good.
Okay. Yeah, my coworker did some crazy stuff and plugged in a mic. I don't know what he was thinking. But like I said, I'm Trey Johnson from Northwestern Oklahoma State University. We're located here in Alva, Oklahoma, and I'm going to tell you why Northwestern is the best place for you. I don't have a fancy PowerPoint, but I will be going off of our view book. You can find that on our website under the recruitment tab. So to get admitted into Northwestern just straight admission, it would be a 20 ACT or an equivalent in the SAT. But we do have other ways to get in to Northwestern. For example, you can be top 50% of your graduating class with a 2.7 GPA, or if you have a 2.7 GPA in your 15 required units, such as English, math, and things of that nature, you can get into Northwestern that way as well. And, you know, if high school, maybe you just had a rough 4 years, you know, I personally this year, I had a kid his freshman year. He was not able to do it because his high school freshman year because he broke his femur. And then his sophomore year, they found out it was cancer. So he didn't do his sophomore year either. So by the time he graduated, he only had like a 1.5 GPA, but we were able to get him in. So if you're afraid you can't get into college because of GPA or anything like that, or you have any friends like that, please don't hesitate. We have a 95% acceptance rating here at Northwestern. We want every student here in Alva because we know you guys are the future and we want to push you guys to the forefront of your careers. So at Northwestern, we have over 100 different degree combinations ranging from accounting to zoology, literally A to Z. At Northwestern, anything you want to do, it's possible here. We do also have the #1 nursing program in the state of Oklahoma. It ranks number 18 out of 751 nursing programs across the entire country. We have 100% pass rating on our NCLEX. So our nursing program is really good, and our science department does a really great job of preparing our nurses to be successful. So cost at Northwestern, it costs about $12,400 a year to attend Northwestern. That's for a full year. That's for 12 meals a week. Your dorms paid for. Laundry's included into that. We even upped the price on books for $1,400 towards books just to up the price so it didn't look like we were hiding anything from you guys. So $12,000 a year, and that includes books, fees, meal plan, the whole 9 yards. At Northwestern, our dorms are suite style, so you'll be sharing a bathroom with 2 other rooms. And you can get a private room. A private room costs a little bit more, but based off that $12,000, it's with a roommate. And also that price is subject to change whether you go up or down in your meal plan. So for our out-of-state students, it's about $13,000. And the reason we're allowed, or the reason our out-of-state tuition is so close to our in-state tuition is because we have the out-of-state tuition waiver, which allows students from out-of-state to pay closer, we waive 95% of our students' out-of-state tuition. So that way they have the same opportunity as our in-state students. Every student gets this waiver, and then all you have to do is maintain a 2.0 GPA throughout the rest of your college to maintain that, that waiver. So life on campus, here at Northwestern, 85% of our events are put on by students. Anything that a student wants or a student thrives to do, it's possible. Just in the first 8 weeks of school, we've had 8 new clubs, and I sponsor 4 of them. So we have a Netflix club, a 4-H club, a Dungeons and Dragons club. I mean, anything you guys want to see done on campus here at Northwestern, we can get it done for you guys. You guys' voice are the loudest, so we want your college experience to be as memorable as humanly possible. Sporting events are free to get into as a student here at Northwestern. Our wellness center is free to use, which includes an Olympic-sized swimming pool, world-class workout equipment, racquetball courts, tennis courts, and things of that nature. So life on campus, like I said, anything you guys want to see as students, it can be done. So scholarships, we do have a really easy scholarship. It's similar to Southwestern's SWOSU Saturday. It's called Ranger Preview. All you do is register for the event. This year, normally you would get to come on campus and take a tour, but this year, due to COVID, we can't get 1,000 people into one place. So if you register for the event at our website, nwosu.edu/Ranger Preview, you can register for the event, watch the event live on YouTube, and then you'll receive your $600 scholarship in the mail. We also have scholarships based on ACT, GPA, activity. If we have any band kids, and is doing a bare minimum scholarship of $900 that goes anywhere up to $2,000, and that $2,000 scholarship can be also accepted with cheer, choir, and theater as well. If you have a 30 ACT, you can get paid to come to college. We will pay for 16 hours of tuition, pay for a semi-private room, and give you $3,000 in cash every year, just for having a 30 ACT, just kind of rewarding you for having that ACT score, sorry. Also valedictorian and salutatorian, we have scholarships for those. But we also have, just tons of scholarships. It's kind of hard to get it all out. We only have about 6 minutes. I think I'm approaching the end here. So I'll go ahead and wrap it up. And if you need anything, you can contact me here at Northwestern at 580-327-8446. And I hope to hear from you guys soon.
Hey, thank you very much, Northwestern, and thank you to all of our presenters. We have a few minutes remaining, so this is a great opportunity for attendees to submit any additional questions they may have through the Q&A feature. Also an opportunity, I'm always amazed how much people can fit in 6 minutes of presentation, but I'm sure there's more you want to share. So perhaps we can go around, take 30 seconds each, and answer one of the following 2 questions. Either what is your favorite event or tradition on campus or in town, or what is one thing that you did not put in your presentation tonight because you didn't have time that you'd like to share now? So we'll go in order. Why don't we start with Oklahoma City Community College?
Excellent. So I believe we touched briefly on our digital cinema program. Whenever you come to OCCC, you get to work with the Academy Award-winning producer of the Godfather movies, Fredrickson Gray. He will be your professor when you come to us. And likewise, you get to learn on the largest soundstage in the state of Oklahoma.
Yeah, I'd actually just like to add on to that. I'm in the program, but also it's not the only one. Cybersecurity is accredited by the Homeland Security Department, so you get to work directly in terms of resources and things like that. Also, in terms of concurrent, if you have a 3.0 unweighted GPA, then you're in the program. We just need some paperwork after that. So I wanted people to know that we don't have any, strict requirements in order to get into that. And please, we're very, very open, very friendly, so just drop on by at any time. We're happy to speak with you.
Great, thank you. How about Southwestern Oklahoma State University?
So my favorite event on campus is our new student orientation days that we do in the spring and the summer. That's a time that we, in the past, have been able to do in person. So we have 6 sessions throughout the year. Throughout that spring and summer, we have 200 plus students on campus at each event. So it's really cool to be able to see the students that we've been recruiting all year all come together with their families, get to meet their families, and then being able to meet with their respective departments to go in and get enrolled for the fall classes, see them go get their IDs made and parking stickers made. It's just a very fun time on campus to be looking forward to the fall semester before we go on break for the summer. That's probably my favorite event on campus.
Great, thank you. Arkansas Tech.
My favorite event that we have on campus is called the Summer Sendoff, and it's a carnival that we have every single year in the springtime, right before finals. And so it's just what a carnival is, the free food, things like that. We also invite students and their families. We invite the community members, and everything is free to all students. And so it's just a time to relax and get prepared before finals week and to have that last hurrah to get through that stressful time that we know is coming up. But it's called Summer Sendoff, and it happens every spring.
Great, thank you. Just a note, SWOSU, a question came in for you in the chat, so be sure to take a look at that. Johnson and Wales.
Hi. We have so many different events happening throughout the course of the year, but probably my personal favorite is our family weekend that we host in October. What you all would probably know as homecoming at your high schools, very similar event. But it's a fantastic opportunity for all of our students to get to showcase what they're working on in campus, as well as just have fun supporting the local sports teams. Usually the soccer team is who we're rooting for during the October timeframe with family weekend. And then our alumni come back to campus, and we have several famous alums, especially from the Food Network. So you never know what kind of great setting you're going to have on campus that weekend.
Great, thank you. Newman.
As I said, I was a student here and I'm international. As you might have guessed by my accent, I'm from Italy. So one of my favorite events was something that one club called Multicultural Leadership Organization will host every year. This year, unfortunately, because of COVID, we couldn't. It's called the Cultural Extravaganza. So students that come, that have different cultures here on campus or even in the community, we have ties with different high schools or different professional groups here in Wichita, and they all come and perform in our performance hall. And then before the performance, there's also food, and students usually bring homemade food, or I used to cook so many different dishes, and then everybody can just go there and eat food from other countries. So that's Newman. Newman has lots of free food. We have also a coffee and donut day on Jet Fridays. Students get to have a coffee and donut for free. So, if you're running late for class and you want to have breakfast on the go, we have that.
Thank you. And Northwestern, Oklahoma State.
As a admissions counselor, my favorite event has to be Freshman Connection. Seeing the kids that you recruited for a full year coming on campus to get enrolled. Shaking hands. Well, it's illegal to do that now due to COVID. So that's one of my favorite events. But as a student, one of my favorite events was actually finals week. I know it sounds weird as a student to say that, but our library does free hot chocolate and coffee. And then we also have junk cars all around campus, let some of that pent up frustration, you've been cramming all day. Maybe bombed a final, you can go smash a junk car. And we do have sledgehammers and safety goggles, so don't worry, we're covered in the safety realm as well. But that was one of my favorite things as a student.
Great, thank you very much. And thank you to all the presenters for your insight this evening. Before we wrap up, I just want to again thank all of our attendees for joining us and our presenters this evening. You will receive a very quick 4-question survey when we close this window. So just please take a minute and complete that. And again, just a reminder to sign up for more sessions at the same website where you signed up for this evening session. In about 1 week's time, a recording of tonight's session will be available. But thank you again to everyone, all of our presenters. Attendees, good luck in your college search and have a great evening.